176, but he does say, oh no, maybe he's got even more work. So that's a big crash there for King. And it is the Moto Team bikes going out there on circuit, and Moto Team, they've got their own race. They were fighting for it. They desperately wanted. Don't put us in with the PB140s. We want to go there, go toe to toe. They were allowed
into there, coming down onto the back straight for the first time. He's trying to put all that power down on that 125, but it's the 8 of Jason Pugh who makes it up the inside into the final corner, and Ian Jackson makes his way through on Jamie King as well. Just sits up the number 76, saying, "This is my line. I am coming through." 3-lap, parading around, giving us a wave up the commentary box as well. Brilliant stuff from the number 76 of Jamie King. He is a champion for a reason. Of Rossi Bannon through, bike towards the side of the track. So we'll have to see what happens there as 3 abreast. Jamie King tries to make a move through. Reese Peacock as well trying to make a move through there. And there's 3 abreast going through the final corner. Can't quite pick out which one's which. But there, another move made up for the number 76 of Jamie King. He makes up his way through ahead of Darren Anderson. Reese Peacock also making his way through there. Ryan Hitchcock is in 6th place, another British Talent Cup rider. This grid is just absolutely packed full of British Talent Cup riders.
Yeah, and it's perfect for them to come back down. As we've been talking about so much this weekend so far, it is perfect for them. Get some seat time, starting to turn the screw now up to 4th place, 1.2 seconds off the lead.
Yeah. Rossi Bannon quicker than the pole time from Taylor Lawrence earlier on, as these guys swap in positions. That's Reese Peacock, Darren Anderson and Jamie King still battling it out. That is the battle going on a bit further back. That is the battle for 7th place, with your Pit Bike 140 2020 champion in there as well. And of course, Moto Team winning from the quick right. Very easy to get it wrong here. Here comes Bernie Hook down the back straight. Jamie King's only got one more chance to get past into the final corner. It looks as though it's not going to be enough. Bernie Hook coming around the final corner and takes the checkered flag. What a win there for Bernie King. Hopefully Bernie King's not on a bike. That'd be impressive. I think he's about 90 by now. But yeah, what a win. Bernie Hook, thumbs up there to the paddock. And well, what a bike he's riding now. I'm sure Will Howarth will be a bit jealous that Bernie took that one out. But what a result there. Bernie Hook, 1st place. Jamie King takes home the 2nd place overall in that one. And great race between 2 riders that have been in the paddock for a long time. Like you say, doesn't really have much of an answer, trying everything he can, using every inch of the circuit there on the exits of the final corner. You can just see they go through turn 1, 2. As they go through turn 3, they just cut the inside curb. You just see Jamie King using all the track on the inside there. So he's trying hard to get onto the back of Will Howarth. And of course, you can't blame him. He's out the front of this championship. Is Jay King going to go even faster today because the sun's out and he wants to get out of his leathers and into the paddling pool? But a brilliant ride from Jamie King so far in this Moto Team season, as he just tries to make his way underneath some lapped traffic there. I think that's the number 369, was it the number 119? The number 369 of Vince Bailey that he just came around there, and he opens the visor. He's breathing in the fresh air. He takes the final corner for the final time. Race 2 Moto Team victory goes to Jamie King, and he's happy with that one.
Rossi Bannon and Taylor Lawrence, as they're on circuit together, and this is where it's going to start to get chaotic. It's going to start to get frenetic, and it's all going to be a hell of a lot of fun for you to watch, because it's going to start to get overtaking, let's call it that, because they start sending it on each other. They know it's the final race of the day. No holds barred in this one. It's very Rossi Bannon versus Taylor Lawrence, but it looks as though Rossi's got the measure of him.
Up the road now is Rossi Bannon, so he's trying to check out at the front of this one, as we see a change for 5th place is Jamie King has a big moment there on the number 76 machine. The 2020 Pit Bike 140 champion just loses a position there to the number 125 of Ben Jolliffe. Ben Jolliffe riding over in the GP70s as well. We've seen him coming up through the Metrokit ranks and having to go on a Pit Bike 140 this weekend as well, having fun with the likes of Jamie King. Reese Peacock up in 4th. Chris Wells has been a solid weekend for him so far, picking up a podium earlier on in the weekend. Came into this weekend 2nd place in the championship, but Rossi Bannon with 2 wins. He's climbing his way up the order, and he's looking for that Pit Bike 140 championship this year. He's been riding for 4 years this weekend at Red Lodge. Started his career in the AC40 rookies at Fab-Racing. Is now up and riding in the British Talent Cup in the British Superbike Series. Again, another example of the road to Moto.
Finocchiaro, my usual commentator, he's covering the British Talent Cup and the Stock 600 over on Eurosport. So if you'd like to catch up with both, of course, you can watch both at the same time. You can record one, you can do all the good stuff while watching back. And supporting the BTC, which is where the majority of all these riders are aiming to end up the next step of the ladder, especially for those guys that will be heading out later on in the GP70s, the premier class of Fab. We are on the Road to MotoGP program. We are an official partner of the BSB, and Taylor Lawrence leading the Pit Bike 140s, the bigger bikes for the slightly older guys. And well, I say older guys, Taylor Lawrence is, have I just jinxed it? Because we got down to the side. That's Reese Peacock, I believe. That Reese Peacock has a slight issue on the she's now, as Jamie King is looking to fight very, very closely with Jack Andrews. And Jamie King on that Moto Team Pit Bike style bike is closing in on Jack Andrews, and starting to put real pressure in for overall in the race, 4th position. He qualified ahead of Jack, but Jack got ahead. But here you go, down the inside goes Jamie King. Jack Andrews closes the door. It looks as though Jamie's
these bikes as well on the pit bikes, but here they go then. Ready, they look to the lights go out, and it's a good start. It might even have been a jump start there from Jamie King, but he gets away, holds up, and then keeps going. But Taylor Lawrence uses that to his advantage and gets away clean into turn 1. As again, it's Jamie King this time that takes the fastest lap. In fact, no, he's gone to John Pettit behind him with a 44.8. They're down into the 44s now. They've left the 45s behind, and these guys are getting more and more confident every lap, getting faster.
to see you. Not too bad. How are you feeling? How's the bike?
Yeah, it went really well yesterday. Nice, smooth day, no problems. It was just get on and ride. So it's really good. Apart from running out of fuel in one session was a bit my fault, being a wally. But yeah, it didn't go too bad.
And how long was your journey up here? It's a long one for you.
7 hours, 20 minutes with a caravan that had flipped over in the country lane. So we sat behind that for a bit. But yeah, it weren't too bad. I love this track, so it's worth the long journey.
Yeah, as you say, it's a lovely circuit here, and the paddock does allow everyone to almost be together, so you get all the classes together, which is something we don't tend to see across the majority of the circuits. So yeah, what's the feeling like in the community? We've we've got the pit bikes all together, you've got the moto teams all together, so it's great to see.
Yeah, well, it's a good community. Obviously, all us pit bike riders, we all get on. We all have a good time. Even Taylor, who's now walking past there, we all have a good time and that. So yeah, there's nothing between. It gets a bit heated on the track, but you would expect that. So yeah, and we got Josh from Senior Mini Motos racing my 125 this weekend because he won my competition on my YouTube channel. So it'd be good to see how Josh Birkin gets on a pit bike instead of a mini moto.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. But tell us a little bit more about your bikes. Obviously, you'll be in you running in both classes. You've got your likes of your pit bike, but you've also got your moto team doing very nicely. Moto team, tell us about the differences between the two.
So obviously, they are both pit bikes. It's just one has a 125 engine and one has a 140 engine. My 125 is actually my bike that you know me from seasons previous, from winning the championships, and that's my old bike. And when Symoto decided to give me a bike for this season, I didn't want to leave that one alone, so I thought put a 125 engine in it and it can be used as a moto team bike. So they're pretty much the same. The Symoto frame's slightly different to my old one, but apart from that, they're the same bike, just different engine size. A bit like a 1000 and a 600. If you understand the big bikes.
Or just about. But, well, one final thing. Obviously, you've been out on circuit, you've done qualifying, and what are you thinking? Taylor Lawrence, definitely the one to beat this weekend?
Taylor and Reese are going really quick. I think Taylor might have the edge on me and Reese, but I think me and Reese are going to have some good battles. But it's racing. You never know what can happen. We know at Rara the weather can be a bit hit and miss. So I'm hoping the rain does come tomorrow. So it'd be good if it does. But, yeah, it should be a good weekend. I think we're going to get some podiums, which is the main thing.
Well, good luck. Great to see you. And, well, that's Jamie King. And
the Pit Bike 140s, lights on, lights off, and it's Taylor Lawrence with a great start. Here comes Owen Bella down the inside of Reese Peacock into second position. Jamie King filters into fourth, and here we go, sweeping through the chicane down towards McRae's hairpin for the first time, goes at 76. He's trying to tuck inside. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there between third and fourth, Peacock and King, but it looks as though King's going to have the inside line going down into Ardale's hairpin. And here we go, sweeping round comes the thundering sound of around about 19 pit bikes. Jamie King has managed to get up past the 29 there. of Reece Peacock. So Peacock not with the great start. Gets all over and out of shape, crossing over the rumble strips, and so he's going to lose himself some time. But up in front is Taylor Lawrence, who jumped up ahead of Reece Peacock off the line. But here comes the 76 and the 29. So Reece not giving up on that podium finish behind Jamie King. Jamie, who's picked up some solid results all throughout the season. He was third place all throughout Clay Pigeon, 3 third places. He picked up a third place back at Red Lodge, but it's maybe not been as successful as he was hoping for on this bike. He's had the likes of Taylor Lawrence, Rossi Bandham doing very nicely indeed. Reece Peacock had a brilliant Clay, 2 seconds and a win. Well, what can Jamie do as he sweeps his way back downhill towards the final corner? And Jamie King, in fact, loses the position there. Can he go for the under and over back on Reece Peacock? That's how close it is. Just to the left-hand side is Reece Peacock. And, well, Reece is now up ahead. So now Jamie's getting a face full of exhaust from the 29. Can he get down the inside going into their hairpin? It looks as though he's going to get his nose cut off right at the last second there from the 29. Jamie slapping the handlebars as he tries to change up through the gears. You can see his feet moving, you can see his arms moving. It is a very physical sport, this one. There's a quick glance back from the 29. You can see that Jamie King is still hot on his heels. Jamie trying to get his knee out early to go down into the back end of the circuit. You can see a great move there from the 29. He's gapped him around about a tenth of a second or so, but Jamie coming back under, and he's going to try, and as we go down the hill, flick to the left, and we sweep downhill into the right-hander for the final corner. And it's still Taylor Lawrence leading away from Owen Mellor. Reece Peacock now in third position ahead of Jamie King.
Great defensive performance there from Reece Peacock. We've just seen shutting the door right to the...
Yesterday, can he do so today? He's got some work to do, however, on the 76, but he does say, oh no, maybe he's got even more work. So that's a big crash there for King. He's gone down on the exit of the final corner, and the bike is all... you can see that's a big crash there for Jamie. Really unfortunate for him. Will he be able to get a restart? No, you can see that's it. Race done for Jamie King. Pushes the bike to the side. He is not happy. He's picking up pieces from everywhere. Oh, Jamie. That is absolutely gutting. That is the man that was the reigning champion in the Pit Bike 140s. This time around, it has not worked out as he takes a seat to hold his balance. And in fact, he's going to try to go around the outside of Jamie King. And, Jamie, this time around, is going to hold him off. In fact, Jamie trying to go on the attack against Matt Lindley, the 142. Matt Lindley looking for a debut podium in the PB 140s. Is this rookie season here in the Pit Bikes? Well, to pick up a podium would be fantastic. Second place would be even better, with Taylor Lawrence pretty much head and shoulders above everyone else. But Marco Pandolfo, I can't remember if Marco's picked up a podium. I don't think he has, so he's definitely going to have the bit between his teeth. He's going to want to come out. Oh no, that's Lindley that's gone down out of second position, just as we were saying that he was looking.
Here with Pitbikesonic.
Hello.
Home round?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Weather looks lovely. I'm actually looking forward to a full dry weekend instead of a wet one this weekend. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good.
So don't like the wet then?
I do like the, well, not after Rower, if you saw the video, but yeah, normally we go well in the wet, but it's going to be a nice dry weekend this weekend. So
yeah, we have to apologise for the curse we put on with the onboard camera.
Yeah, and I apologise for wrecking your stuff as well.
You don't have to apologise to me. But targets for this weekend then?
It's Fast Boys here. Obviously, the British Talent Cup are not racing this weekend, so we've got Rossi back. I think we've got forgot his name now. Banks Racing, Harrison Crosby, that's the one. So we've got him racing this weekend. So yeah, top fives will be good. You never know, we might be able to get a podium. Hopefully get some wins in the moto team.
Awesome, well, best of luck, mate.
Cheers, Maddie. Speak soon.
And we'll just move across over to one of Jamie's competitors. We'll just move over to Reece Peacock, who we've seen who's been fighting at the front of the Pit Bike 140s. How are you finding it, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. It's been nice to actually be up there with the front boys. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it actually. Just trying to keep on the thing that I'm struggling with.
We see a lot of the BSB names come into this category. What's it like riding against those lot?
I actually really enjoy it because like you sit at home on a Saturday when you're not racing, you're like Rossi's racing, so you just see how he's getting on. But no, I really enjoy it. It's nice to like measure yourself against them. It's really good.
It's a fun little paddock for anyone who just wants to come and have a bit of fun racing. So what's it like as a whole?
So basically, like I started last year, didn't know anybody, got to know Jay, as everybody does. Everybody knows Pitbikesonic. So yeah, we just become friendly, and then he invited us over, and we just sort of then it's like a whole family sort of thing, and it's really good. It's not all about the racing; it's about the night time as well. Sit down, have a few beers. It's brilliant. I recommend it to anybody.
So what would you say to anyone who wants to try and get into it?
Do it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. Just do it.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
No worries. Cheers.
The Extreme 200 riders, but there is your Moto Team race leader, Jamie King, on the number 76, reigning Pit Bike 140 champion and the current championship leader in the Moto Team. All to play for here, with plenty of points on the board here this weekend, and more points up for grabs at Clandau, with it going to be a double points round for the likes of Jamie King in the Moto Team and the Extreme 200 category as well. It's Jack Andrews who leads the way in the Extreme 200s, but not in the top 10 at the moment is the number 14 of Jack Andrews, with Rossi Banham in second. Not 100% sure how up to date that Extreme 200 championship is.
I think because we've had such a disjointed Extreme 200 championship with everyone being away, is that it really is anyone's championship. Effectively, if you can make the last 3 rounds of the season, you'll be up in championship contention. So the door is still open for a number of riders.
Surprise appearance from Gareth Hall at Extreme 200.
Yeah, I mean, if you're allowed to strap stabilisers onto a bike, then I'm in.
That's a go-kart or a sidecar.
But it's still Casey O'Gorman leading now from Sullivan Mountain, who's got up ahead of James Dutton into second position. We've got 3 categories in this race. We've got the Extreme 200s, you've got the Moto Team, and the Moto Team is split between the Moto Team Stock and the Moto Team Open. It's very, very close there as the bikes start to come through some lap traffic. That was Will Howard trying to navigate his way around, and Bernie Hook as well. Down the inside there goes the 4 team.
Jack Andrews,
who had a big fall in the pit bike race, I think it was as well. So Jack, who's been in the wars this weekend, gets the move done. A little bit of a brave move there, possibly wasn't what he was hoping for, as Will Howard tries to get a move done on Jamie King, not quite able to get it done. And so I believe this might be the lead battle in Moto Team. The 76 versus the 96 is Jamie King versus Will Howarth. So these two, not strangers on the circuit. They've raced each other multiple times.
Yeah, they like you say, they have raced each other multiple times, and riders that we're used to seeing in the front end of Fab-Racing championships, of course, the number 76, Jamie King, reigning Pit Bike 140 champion, and Will Howarth we're used to seeing at the front of the Senior Mini Moto Championship as well. So these guys used to leading races, but it's Jamie King that leads the way currently in the Moto Team. Will Howarth having a little look, seeing what he can do about the number 76 of Jamie King, Pitbikesonic. And if you don't already have a look at his YouTube videos over on YouTube, Pitbikesonic's always putting up something about the race weekend, and had a little go on a sidecar earlier on today, and we saw Wendy filming that one, so expect to see that coming up soon.
Yeah, he came off, and the look of fear in his eyes.
I don't think he enjoyed it.
No, I don't think he did. We could see him on the second lap just shaking his
Jack
head.
Andrews.
As Jack, nice move there on Will Howarth. He goes down the inside, so that's the 14 on the 96, and he can now chase down over Jamie King.
The inside, and Jamie King has gone up the inside, and he's up to 3rd place in this race now. So Jamie King, fastest lap of the race on that last lap, as Rossi Banham slots underneath Taylor Lawrence again. Taylor Lawrence looks to get the cut back. Number 76, Jamie King's looking menacing. He's looking up at a move, not quite meant to be this time round. Look at Reece Peacock as well. He's looking really menacing.
Yeah, of course, Jamie King, home circuit for him. He wants to be on that podium. He was absolutely elated last year when we came here and he was finished on the podium. Taylor and Rossi, but it looks as though they're both going to go side by side, and it's not going to allow Jamie to find any inroads on the P2 or P3. It's Rossi leading from Taylor, from Jamie, and then behind we've got Richard Holmes-Williams, Reece Peacock, Ben Jolliffe and Nathan Riggy, all within 1.6 seconds of each other.
Jamie King from 7th place on the grid, now up into 3rd ahead of Richard Holmes-Williams. This is a big battle all the way down to I think that's Nathan Riggy, all the way down to 7th, isn't it? Nathan Riggy in that battle in 7th place.
Around the inside into the final corner, and this is going to go in. I love it. This is great.
I was just wondering if that was a problem for Holmes-Williams there. He was just looking over his shoulder, and he just seems to be fiddling with the throttle there. I think there's some sort of issue for Richard Holmes-Williams. He's dropping back, and he's holding the riders just further behind him, or is he? I'm not sure.
As Rossi Banham almost pins himself into the back of Jamie King. it was a bit of a half move there for him into the hairpin. Sort of Jamie is purely going to be focusing on what's happening in front of him, but he doesn't have to worry more because here comes Rossi. He's going to sit up Jamie in mid-corner, and
Behind him has another look behind him. Just watch where you're going, Rossi.
Yes, he goes one hand down the main straight, leg out as well. There we go, as he's going to try and slide it through the inside. Taylor's actually looking mid-corner to see where they are. They're neck and neck. Almost a big fall for both Banham and Lawrence, getting it all wrong there, and that would have collected about 6 bikes if they'd gone down.
That was never going to end well. That was never... He's gone really well. He just wants a challenge, I think. He's just... Oh, and Jay King's gone down in the background. So your reigning Pit Bike 140 champion down and out of the race. He's trying to get that bike restarted. He will go back into the race. It's a little bit battered and bruised, is that bike, but it's...
Landau's not one of my favourite tracks, but it's gone really well this morning. We're only a 10th off my PB so far, but I know a lot of the other guys are going to get a lot quicker because it's their first time here, so I'm expecting a lot of people to be catching me.
And you are obviously double points here. You're looking for a good end to this season, get some nice points?
Yeah, it's going to be really tight for third in the championship between me, Chris and Reese. I think there's 12 points between us, so with the double points rounds, it's going to be really, really close.
Well, that's perfect time to go over to Chris then. Chris, how are you feeling?
Good. First time here. It's a very bumpy track, and getting there with it. I'm 0.1 off Reese and 0.4 or 5 off Jay, so it's going to be a good weekend and 12 points in it. So
yeah, 12 points. I mean, are you feeling a little bit of pressure maybe, or is it all just fun and games between you guys?
No pressure. It's all on Jay, the pressure. Ex-champion. He's got years of experience. This is my second year and Reese's second year as well, so yeah, we're running.
So looking to be the David to the Goliath then here.
That's it.
Well, fair enough. And well, Jay, back to you. What's the future hold for you next year?
I'm hoping to stay with Symoto as a brand next year. I'm hoping we bring out a new bike, a bit of an improved bike for next season. Yeah, that's about it. We're also going to be competing in the Moto Team class next year, but that's going to be on a different bike because the rules and regs have stopped pit bikes from using that. So we've now got a Honda 125 CBR. So yeah, we'll be doing that class again next year as well. And we're hoping to wrap that championship up this weekend as well.
Brilliant. And you are looking to carry on the YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, the YouTube channel will carry on. Hopefully do some more different things next season, but I've got a few things planned, but it's a bit money dependent as well.
Oh, that's fair enough. And then Chris, to you as well, what's the future holding?
Future, back here next year hopefully. Give it to the front lads this time.
Yeah, go win a load of races.
Sorry,
go win a load of races.
That's it.
Stay injury free.
Yeah, missed a couple of rounds with a broken collarbone this year, so yeah, hopefully stay on the thing next year and yeah, top 3 again.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you too, and well, good luck this weekend.
Cheers.
There you go again. They're already a good second ahead of the rest of the pack, and they're absolutely flying.
Well, it's important to know that if they finish like this, Lawrence is still champion. Banham does not gain enough points on Lawrence. He needs to get the lead down to 5th now. Peacock is... Oh, Chris Wells having a look on Ryan Peacock. Oh, a big step out in front as well. Peacock side by side through the final corner onto the grass.
As they go into it, I cannot believe this is absolutely phenomenal racing from Banham and Lawrence. Absolutely crazy. That's 2 race wins now. He must be absolutely buzzing with that. You can see, look what this means to these pit bike boys. They all come together in the gap between turns 1 and 3, all patting each other on the back, saying, well done lads, that's been an excellent wheelies. He's celebrating his way back through, and look at all the burnouts they're doing down there in front of the camera. They know exactly where that camera is, and they are making full advantage of it. And now Ross has had a bit of a break. He's been on all weekend long. He's done 2 guests, and it's my turn to do a guest, and I'm joined by Archie in the commentary box. Archie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Just came off a race, so feeling a bit...
I believe coming along to start his final lap of the race, as we will see the nice yellow and black flag being put. You can see it there. That means last lap of the race, and here comes Jamie King then to complete. He's been the champion already. He was the champion last time out, and now he's going to be doing the last lap ever of the 2021 season here at Fab-Racing.
Well, soak it up and enjoy it, Jay, because it's going to be the last one you can have for a while here at Fab. But of course, he is the Moto Team champion with that Team King #1 bike, almost running into the back of Madison Martlew there, just on the run out of the right-hander. But half a lap to go now, and well, it's been a very easy performance there for Jamie King. He's the front 2 had a bit of a coming together, and he's just been able to cruise around for the rest of the race. And as he comes now onto the hanger straight for the last time, and for the last time of the weekend, and the last time, he's pulling the visor up, he's looking at the camera. It's Jamie King who's going to wrap up the 2021 Fab-Racing Championship, winning in the Moto Team Class Championship. And there you go, he is delighted with that. Of course, he is already champion